Remember, you can't lead others until you learn how to lead yourself. It's physically impossible. Hello, I'm Matt Zavidal, and I'm passionate about helping networkers like you improve your leadership and marketing skills so you can build your MLM business bigger. Now, in this video, I'll cover how to build a big team in network marketing when low standards are destroying many networkers' ability to build sizable businesses. I encourage you to stick around to the end because I'm going to give you one super easy, actionable tip you can start using immediately to make meaningful progress in your ability to grow your downline and make more money. By the way, this is video number 2 in a series that digs into the dangerous aspects of network marketing that kills all chances of becoming successful in this industry. So check out the entire playlist to learn them all. Before I get into 3 specific reasons why most people in network marketing do have low standards, why they can't produce consistent rising income in their businesses, and how you can avoid this problem, I'd be honored if you'd subscribe to my channel so you never miss a future video training, and share this video with your upline, downline, sidelines, and friends who need to hear this message. And if you want to learn how to get free leads for network marketing with social media without spamming anyone or bugging your family or Facebook friends, I put a link in the pinned comment and description to our free digital recruiting bootcamp series that teaches you how to use social media to attract new customers and team members every week. So, what do I mean by standards? This is something I learned from my good buddy, JT DeBolt. Living by a set of standards is different from having goals. Goals, in my humble opinion, do more damage than good for most networkers because they focus on specific results that, when not met, cause you to become discouraged and to feel like there's something wrong with you. I encourage you to think instead about the behaviors, the actions that you'll live by instead of outcomes or goals. If you have the correct daily behaviors, you'll naturally get the result of a higher income. Make sense? But most networkers don't know what the correct daily actions or behaviors are, so they make goals of, I'm going to advance to this rank level in 2 weeks, or I'm going to hit $10,000 months within 45 days. What happens when you make those goals and don't hit them though? Right, you get discouraged and definitely don't want to do any more actions because your previous actions or behaviors didn't produce the goal that you set. Since you naturally want to hit the next rank, hit the next income goal, hit the next number of people in your downline, what I've learned in business is that you'll hit all of that if you're consistently doing the correct actions day after day for a long enough time period. But too many network marketers keep lowering their standards because they meet defeat after discouragement, after disappointment. As well, many people have low standards for themselves because we just live in a society that puts the bar extremely low in many areas of our lives. For example, do you know there are some people out there that call cheating on their spouse a sport? I mean, if that's your level of standards where I'm playing a sport with that activity, that's kind of interesting. We live in a society where teachers in our schools are penalized if some kids outshine other kids on tests and they don't all get the same kind of test scores. I mean, it's just natural that some people are better at taking a written test than other ones are. It's just natural that some people are better maybe taking an oral exam than others are. Not everybody's the same, but we're penalizing teachers and in fact penalizing the kids with these kinds of standards. We live in a society where we confuse our children by getting them all excited to go play sports, getting them to run around a field for 2 hours, and then not telling them who won the darn exercise, right? And many people have low standards for themselves in network marketing specifically for really 3 big reasons. Let me list them and then I'll talk more about them. Number 1, they don't know what's possible because they don't know the numbers. And I'll come back to that. Number 2, they don't understand the behaviors that lead to winning. And number 3, they're afraid. And this fear stops forward momentum and they easily become discouraged. Let me go back to that first one for a moment because I think it's key. They don't know what's possible because they don't know the numbers. And this might be you, okay? What I mean by that is there's too many networkers that don't understand the link between their income goal and how they're paid by the comp plan. They don't understand the numbers of the comp plan. They don't understand what it takes to maximize the comp plan. They've never actually sat down, it shocks me, but many networkers have not sat down and really read through the compensation plan to understand what do I need to do to make sure that I do the activity that gets the result I'm looking for from a income level, right? That leads me into the second point I mentioned, which is they don't understand the behaviors that lead to winning. A key part of winning in business is understanding behavior is more important than goals. Activity is more important than goals. It's tying the correct activities and behaviors into your daily action plan that's going to get you where you want to go. And I'll talk more about that in just a second as well. And then there's that fear. Now, I'm convinced, based on all my years in the network marketing industry, that a lot of the fear comes from not understanding the comp plan, not understanding the behaviors. And too many companies and too many uplines are just not teaching their folks how to overcome this fear by understanding the numbers better. When you understand the numbers and you really know this activity is going to tie over here to the income that I'm saying I want to earn, that melts a lot of the fear away, because now instead of getting up every day in that mentality of hope, and when you're hoping in business, it just turns into fear. Now you're getting up every day with a very defined plan of daily action. And you know now, because you planned it out, that all you need to do is do that daily action, and it's just a matter of time before you hit the income goal, and it melts a lot of the fear away. Now, let me give you a very actionable tip here that you can start doing immediately. Set up one standard to live by over the next month, not a goal or a result, a behavior that tells you you're showing up for your business, an action that you do consistently for the next 30 days. And this all depends on where you are in your business right now. So some of this might apply to you and some of it might not, but I want to give you some ideas. So if you're really new in your network marketing business, maybe your one actionable behavior that you need to do for the next 30 days is very simply pick a good personal development book and read one chapter every day for the next 30 days. Or dig into the leadership stories of people like Joshua, Moses, Solomon in the Bible and apply them to your leadership style. Maybe, depending on where you are in your business right now, your actionable step is you've got to post a certain number of solid, helpful tips, not a sales pitch, solid, helpful tips on social media every single week. Pick a number, do it for the next 30 days. Maybe you need to read your comp plan so you understand the numbers. Then write out how many sales you need to make to hit your income goal. And not your team and your downline and those numbers. I'm talking about your sales. How your team shows up is how many sales you're making every single month. So figure that out and read that comp plan. Maybe you need to grab that link in the pinned comment and description to our digital recruiting bootcamp and learn the attraction marketing skills you just might not have yet and commit to putting them into action for the next 30 days. Maybe you need to go live on social media a certain number of times per week. Maybe you need to teach your team the lesson that I'm teaching you right here around standards versus goals. You determine the standard to uphold over the next 30 days, right? It's got to be you. It's your business. Take 100% responsibility for what this next step in your business needs to be. And here's where I lose a lot of the entrepreneurs who say they're serious about building a business, but are only curious about building a business because when they find out what they need to do to build a business, they're not really interested in doing it once they find out what that is. I paraphrase that from something I've heard Myron Golden say, but it's spot on for the majority of people in MLM. Remember, you can't lead others until you learn how to lead yourself. It's physically impossible. So I encourage you to listen to the message I'm giving you here. Ask yourself, how would the type of network marketer I say I want to become act? How do they behave day after day after day? No matter if sales are coming in or if they've met temporary disappointment. Dial that in. Act upon it with the correct standards to live and work by, and you'll start winning. So to recap everything I've talked about here, you got to set standards, not goals. Work the daily behaviors dictated by your new standards. And as Al Davis used to say, just win, baby. And I'm a Steelers fan, so I hate to quote Big Al, but what he said was true. Did you get value from this video content? Please subscribe so you always know when I post new training like this, and share this video with your upline, downline, sidelines, friends who you know need to hear this message. Do you have any questions or comments? Comment below in this video. And if you want to up-level your online marketing skills, go through the Digital Recruiting Bootcamp series I've put in the pinned comment and description to get the entire picture of how to get leads for your network marketing business through social media activities. So that's it for now. Look out for the third installment of this series soon, which will hit on the dangers of motivation. Yes, the dangers of motivation. Signing off.